Today we just got another crazy story that I know you guys will enjoy, so stick around, maybe grab something to eat. And we're calling the main character today's story, we're calling this guy Bryce. So anyways, Bryce was in 7th grade or something like that, and he lived in a household with parents that were like, you were not allowed to date anyone, no woman forever, basically nerfing this kid, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And his parents were kind of just like, you can't have a girlfriend, you can't do any of that, you can do that later in your life, but right now you gotta focus on your education, hang out with your friends, basically no messing around with any girls ever. So he was like very like you can't do any of that. So and Bryce knew that it was not gonna be pretty if his parents ever found out. But Bryce was he was kind of a ladies' man in 7th grade. You know how it is. I don't know. Maybe he gave them the silly band or something, and they just fell on their knees. Who knows? But anyways, Bryce was starting to talk to this girl, and he was talking to this girl, and he was starting to like talking to this girl. He was enjoying it, right? And this girl eventually, like one of her friends, came over and was like, "Hey, Bryce, like I know that you and my friend have been talking a lot. What's the deal with that? Like, we know that there's something more going on here." And Bryce kind of says like, "Yeah, I know, but like I really can't because my parents are like, oh, yeah, you can't be dating anyone." And Bryce's girl's friend was like, so you're just gonna let your parents decide for you? Like, are you really that lame? Like, are you really just like, are you a puss like that? Are you just gonna let that happen? And Bryce was kind of like, puffing up his chest, or whatever. And he was like, no, my parents are gonna not let me do that. That's ridiculous. You know what? I'm gonna go ask out this girl right now. So Bryce, and let's just call this girl Kate. So Bryce goes up to Kate and is like, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? Or maybe he was a little bit smoother than that. Who knows? But anyways, obviously Kate was into him, so Kate and Bryce start dating, whatever that means, in 7th grade. Which I'm pretty sure fourth base in 7th grade is like holding hands, but that might be a little bit too much for them. I don't know. But anyways, Bryce and Kate are actually like they're kind of hitting it off, and they're like the couple in 7th grade, whatever that means, and everyone's talking about them. And Bryce explains to Kate many times, like, look, I would like to hang out with you on the weekends, I really would, but I just can't because my parent, the only reason like I didn't ask you out for a long time was because I knew that like my parents were gonna be so mad, like they do not want this at all, they'd hate it. And Kate's like, all right, that's fine. Like, I get it. I mean, we have a lot of time at school anyways. It really doesn't matter to me. Like, this is totally fine. So life is going all right. And Alex, that was the name of the last person in the last story. Sorry, I got a list of names over here. You can also see my story ideas over here. But anyways, Bryce, right? Bryce and, Kate, things are going well for them. So Bryce and Kate, they're just hanging out one day during recess, and they're on this I don't know, they're on this this grassy hill or whatever, and they're laying together, and it's so cute or something stupid. And Bryce decides to take a photo of this, like a photo of them to like commemorate it. So he's like, come in here, takes a photo, and just doesn't think anything of it. He just wants like a photo of his to like remember him, like just to like remember this moment. And Bryce really doesn't think that this is like, he's like, okay, whatever, like cool, I have a photo of this girl. And he goes on home, and the thing that happens, like the really bad thing when the whole thing blows up in his face, doesn't happen right away. Give it like 2, 3, like 4 days later, right? Bryce is he's just, at home, it's a Saturday, and he leaves his phone on the kitchen counter. He doesn't think anything of it. Why would his mom go through his phone or anything like that? Anyways, he makes the mistake of leaving it unlocked. So the phone's not closed, you don't need a password to open it. The phone's just sitting there, like legitimately, anyone could open it. But why would you think anyone would go through your phone? I mean, you're at home. His mom has not really been like that. I mean, remember, his parents are really strict about the whole girlfriend thing, but they're not like going through his stuff, or so he thinks. Because sure enough, Bryce leaves his phone down there, and he goes to use the bathroom or something. And apparently, his parents have been getting because his parents talk to the other parents of the other kids in Bryce's class, and the other parents are like, oh, Bryce and Kate are so cute together, and they're like, as friends, correct? You're just talking about them as friends. But they were starting to get suspicious because the other parents were talking about them being like the couple or whatever. In fact, Bryce's mom said, hey, like, I've heard that you're really close to this girl named Kate. And Bryce was like, we're friends, I guess. Like, we've talked once or twice. Whoever is saying anything, they're just making up drama for the sake of it. And Bryce's parents were like, I mean, I was in middle school once. Kids are always making up drama. That's totally a thing. But they were getting a little bit suspicious. And Bryce's mom was like, you know what? We don't need boundaries or trust. I'm just going to go on his phone. So Bryce's mom takes his phone while he's in the bathroom and starts scrolling through it. And that's when Bryce, who's sitting in the bathroom, right, just taking a whiz or something, hears, and then, like, Bryce's mom's like, Steven, come over here. That's Bryce's dad's name now. And Bryce's dad is like, oh my God. Like, I don't think Bryce and Kate are friends. And Bryce hears this while he's taking a whiz. And he's just like, oh my God. Real quick comment. Kate down below. I had to come up with a name on the bat. So if you made this far into the video, comment Kate. And also if you want to support the channel, binge watch these videos. And in the comments, tell me what you're doing while you're binge watching the videos. Are you playing a video game? Are you going to sleep? I don't know. Are you do what? Just tell me, let me know, and I'll say thank you and heart it or whatever. Anyways, let's go back to the story as it's getting pretty crazy. And so anyways, Bryce is this in the bathroom. He's like starting to realize, like, my parents must be on my phone. Like, what are they? First of all, he's like, what are they looking at? I have no idea. And then he's like, I left my phone on the counter. They must have gone on my phone. He's like, but there's nothing on my phone that would have. And that's when he remembers the photo. He's like, why did I take a photo with her? And the thing is, this wasn't just a photo of them being like, I don't know, just like hanging out together. This was a photo of them like laying on the grass and she's like here and he has like his arm over her. It is like very difficult to weasel his way out of that. So Bryce walks out of the bathroom like nothing happened. And he's walking out all confident with his chest pumped out or whatever. And his mom is holding his phone like this. You just know that you're screwed when your mom is looking at you with your phone and there's something on it just like this. And Bryce is like, what? And, you know, Bryce's mom's like, I thought we had a conversation about how you can't have a relationship. We've talked about this, Bryce. Like, what? Like, you're in so much trouble. And he's like, relax. That photo doesn't mean anything. And his parents were like, well, what do you mean this photo doesn't mean anything? Bryce was like, relax. Relax, Mom and Dad. This photo means nothing. You don't understand. Like this is something we all do. Don't worry about it. And Bryce's parents were like, well, what do you mean this is something we all do? You're laying in a grass field with her. You got your arm over her. This is very obviously a romantic relationship, young man. He's like, Mom, Dad, relax. Relax, Mom and Dad. This is nothing. You have to understand. Look, you have to understand. This photo means nothing. Literally nothing. I talk to this girl once in a while. She wanted to take a photo with me. She thinks I'm so cute and handsome or whatever. Mom, Dad, you gotta understand. I was doing it for her. Look, you gotta relax because I was just doing it for her. And at this point, Bryce's parents were like, what? No, like you're obviously in a relationship. I mean, look at this photo. He's like, Mom, Dad, calm down now. Let's just take a look at this. She obviously liked me. She wanted a photo with me. She wanted to show all of her girlfriends to, do you want to make this girl have low self-esteem, Mom and Dad? Do you want that? Because look, I don't know about you, but personally me, I don't want that. I want her to be happy. I want things to be good. So I gave her the photo. Sue me for trying to make a girl happy, right? I mean, if you guys want her to hate herself, then Mom and Dad, I mean, sure, it's up to you. And Bryce's parents were like, and like Bryce's dad turns to his mom's like, well, I guess it doesn't mean anything, sweetie. And she's like, fine. Well, you better not be dating anyone. And Bryce is like, I'm not, Mom, don't worry about it. Takes the phone, be like, also, please don't go on my phone. Feels a little weird. She's like, and anyways, Bryce the next day goes to school and is like, yeah, I can't keep this up. I really can't keep this up. So he goes up to Kate. He's like, Kate, look, I don't know if this can keep going. Kate starts welling up in tears. He's like, relax, Kate. No, no, but he's like, come on. Like, look, my parents found the photo of you and I on my phone. I'm starting to get stressed out. Everyone's telling them about us, and I just can't do this anymore. I still really like you. And maybe when my parents aren't so weird, I'll hit you up again. And Kate was upset, but she understood.
Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click it, do it.